when most were still in festive mood as they celebrated the 45th Republic Day, it turned out to be a day of doom for the people of Saurashtra, Kutch and central Gujarat. For on this fatal day, the powers of earth broke loose and the earth shook in what is called the worst earthquake of the century, claiming nearly 500,000 lives and bringing perennial suffering to over 2 million people of this region. The simple fact that Indians were all in a festive mood and no one, neither the government nor the voluntary associations, were prepared at all to bear the shock of such a calamity, delayed the possible help whatsoever that could have been sent to the victims. Hence, the victims and the villagers themselves had to undertake the initial phase of the rescue operations. The destruction was so massive that it took some time for all to react to the situation. People rushed from far and near to rescue the victims. Huge mansions fell. Ancient and well-settled towns like Bhuj, Anjar, Bachau crumbled down. Dead bodies were seen scattered everywhere. It became a problem to dispose of the countless number of dead bodies that piled up from the debris. Only a few got enough firewood, and others failed to get a decent cremation. Roads got destroyed. Communication systems failed. Electricity systems broke down. It was into this chaotic situation that the Diocese of Rajkot rushed with her mission of hope and charity, with the motto, "God saved us, let us save others." The Diocese of Rajkot set up its finest base camp at Bachau in the premises of the collapsed St. Xavier's School and the boarding house. All the relief work of Bachau Taluka, comprising 57 villages, was carried out from this base camp. The core team met every morning to chalk out plans to reach out to the nearby villages. Volunteers from all over India and abroad in hundreds joined this camp every day. The volunteers marched from the base camp with the message of hope to the nearby and far off villages.
The social work department of the Diocese of Rajkot was very active in the relief operations just from the day of the killer earthquake. We had volunteers from all over India. There were more than 1,000 volunteers working at a time. Now it is about 700 volunteers are working daily. And we have already covered more than 300 villages. Every day we go to different places for relief operations, providing different medical care, as well as the trauma counseling which we have taken up.
In collaboration with the like-minded agencies such as Caritas India, CRS, Helpage India, CHAI, VHAI, GVHA, CMC Ludhiana, Red Cross Maharashtra, Code Aid, World Vision, CASA, CARE and others, the diocesan volunteers distributed temporary shelter, blankets, food items, family kits, woolen clothes and medical assistance, etc. They reached out to over 657 villages and assisted a total of 1,17,250 families.
There are about 20 NGOs in this campus, both national and international, and the KVT's function at this stage is coordination of relief work in various villages in such a way that there is no duplication. That means no village is covered by more than one agency with the same supply. And after this first stage of relief work, many NGOs are interested in long-term rehabilitation service. There also we will be a coordinator plus a facilitator. We intend to take up as many villages as the NGOs desire and coordinate among these NGOs and liaison with the government. That will be the KVT's function. And at this stage, my feeling is that all the NGOs, both national and international, are interested in the village reconstruction. My apprehension at this stage is that the institutional reconstruction like KVT, like this building, I have got 7 buildings collapsed, entirely collapsed, and about 60 buildings with major cracks.
2 more base camps were set up, one in Gandhidham and the other at Raidanpur in the Kutch Vikas Trust premises. Kutch Vikas Trust is a leading charitable trust that has changed the face of development in Kutch over 2 decades now. And the Kutch Vikas Trust plays a vital role for the relief and rehabilitation work. The premises of the badly damaged St. Joseph's Hospital at Gandhidham was the main center for medical care for the affected areas. Some 396 doctors, 615 nurses, and 1,075 helpers worked round the clock, providing relief to the injured. About 20 orthopedic operations were carried out every day. More than 60 patients used to be admitted daily in the makeshift arrangements. The volunteers reached out to 15 of the most interior places and villages where nobody could reach. While appreciating the missionaries' relief activities, a beneficiary spoke about the necessity of a permanent residence.
खाना पीना मिलता है, थोड़ा पानी का लाइट का प्रॉब्लम रहता है और रहने की जगह की बहुत ज़रूरत है क्योंकि अभी बारिश आने वाला है 2 महीने कुछ मकान पाके मकान की बहुत ज़रूरत है सब लोग कर लेंगे हम गरीब लोग कहाँ से करेंगे.
Bishop Gregory Carotemporal CMI, the man who captained the diocesan programs, shares his vision and dreams as to what the diocese is planning to do to meet the challenge.
The future permanent rehabilitation, we have a plan to adopt some 25 to 30 villages. Rehabilitation includes construction of quake-resistant houses, village schools, community halls, and other social infrastructure, plus revival of their livelihood, the jobs they were doing earlier, to revive and help them to do that. That's the main part of our permanent rehabilitation.
The volunteers attended to give detailed individual and integral care to the victims. The volunteers shared their pains and anguish. They listened to their stories and shared it with the other volunteers.
We belong to Mother Teresa congregation and we have come from the different places. Brother came from Calcutta, sister came from Rajkot, myself from Punjab. In the beginning we survey we did, each family we enter and we wrote down their name and family numbers that we did in the first day. And the second day we brought because we asked them what they want. So they said most of them they expressed that at present they need a tent. So we reported to our camp there in St. Xavier School, and they provided for us 87 tents. And 2 sisters and a brother was attending the medical care. And as we finished putting the tents and other work, we did not leave them.
The father and the other boy was in the community hall. The hall fell down and he also was hurt. He came back home and he found already his wife and another son died. After 3 hours he found the body of the son and the mother. But she was inside the room in those cots. That was her cot, but nothing happened to her. So when we came, she had no milk, she was crying. We went and brought the milk, we brought the carrots. We come daily, we prepare the milk, and we taught the father how to prepare the milk. And every now and then when we pass by, we come and feed her, and then we go back. Hey, Bhavika.
Caritas is one of our major collaborators who stood side by side of the Diocese of Rajkot in caring for the affected victims.
Say is that this relief operation will go on an ongoing basis till the people are able to stand on their own feet, both as regards shelters concerned, accommodation, then their own self-help, and a certain feeling of self-identity and self-confidence in the community.
The Christian community all over the world showed its solidarity with the victims of the calamity. The Holy Father, Pope John Paul II, sent his sympathy, grief and aid through his emissary to India, Apostolic Nuncio Lorenzo Baldisseri. The other eminent dignitaries who visited these camps included Major Archbishop Verke Cardinal Vidyatil of the Syro-Malabar Church, Cardinal Ivan Dias of Mumbai, CBCI Secretary Oswald Grazis, the Archbishop of Agra, Archbishop Abraham Virudakulangar of Nagpur, Bishop Stanislaus Ahmedabad, Bishop Gratian Mundadan of Bijnor, Bishop Sebastian Vadakil, MST of Ujjain, Bishop Matthew Vaniyakirakil, VC of Satna, Bishop Godfrey D. Rosario, S.J. Baroda, Bishop Vijay Anand Nedumpuram, CMI Chanda, and Mother General Sister Nirmala, MC. The volunteers received their strength from their daily prayers and Holy Mass after they returned from these villages. The volunteers gathered around the table of the Lord for prayer every evening, and gathering strength, they moved out to the villages far and near, taking the message of love, peace and selfless service with them. The volunteers tried to give relief not only to the victims' physical pain, but they also tried to share their agony, giving them relief from shock and bringing the smile back to the faces of the children. The calamity is over. Still the pain and trauma continue. Hope is filtering down through our weak hands, through the dry hearts. The diocese moves on with determination, keeping alive the hope. There are miles to go before we rest, and miles to go before we rest. The Cross Communicas, your ideal choice for a successful communication.